Hello and welcome to Uncaged, the official podcast of BA Tiger Sports. I'm Director of Aerovision Greg Spencer alongside Associate Athletic Director Amanda Snider. And this podcast is made possible by our wonderful One Club sponsors, First National Bank of Broken Arrow, TTCU Federal Credit Union, Cincinnati St. John Broken Arrow, Tulsa Bone and Joint, and the Arrow Group. Today we are joined by our Director of Tigettes and Broken Arrow High School math teacher, Meag Warren. Meag, how's it going?
Great. How are you?
We are fantastic. Amanda, tell us what you've got going on right now.
So excited to be here today with some of the members from the Tigette program, along with head coach Meag Warren. It is, national season, and so this brings back a lot of memories for me as a POM coach as well. And I know the team has been working really hard lately. It's been, kind of a challenge lately with everybody getting to practice on time. And then we had the snow and it was crazy, but we are finding a way, right, Meag?
We are.
And now we're back on track and the girls are so excited. And I know, Meag, you've been working hard to get the routines ready, get them all polished so that we can go to Orlando, Florida next week and hopefully get in.
A national championship?
Yeah, I was going to say get a national championship, but I was like, hopefully we can do a great job and put our best foot forward.
So you guys are getting ready to go to nationals, right? So tell us a little bit about that process and how we get to this point.
We are so excited. This is nationals caps off our season. So we have been working since May of last year, preparing for this big week for the girls. They have learned a nationals POM routine and a nationals kick routine. We are also bringing our JV team with a POM and kick, and then we have a combined varsity and JV spirit showdown performance, similar to game day. So we are so excited. We had great success at state this year. The girls have been phenomenal, even with this virtual learning and virtual practices, snow days. They are showing up and working hard, and we are so excited to leave on Wednesday to go showcase our routines and hopefully bring home some trophies.
So you've brought 3 guests with you here today, and they're your captains. Why don't you introduce them for us?
We have a senior captain, Rachel Tilton, senior captain, Allie, and my junior captain, Avery Kreig.
Nice to have you here, everybody.
Thank you.
What are you most, we'll start out with Avery. Avery, what are you most excited about this upcoming trip?
I'm excited to just be with our team. I feel like that's always like a really good bonding experience, and we get to go to the parks this year. We're going to Universal, and we didn't get to do that last year because of COVID. So that's going to be fun. And I just feel like overall there's like less limitations because of COVID. So it's going to feel like a real nationals trip, and I'm really excited.
All right. Allie, what about you?
I'm excited to grow our bonds as a team. And I feel like it's the best last thing to do as a team together because we become really close. And I love dancing at nationals because it just feels so much different than any other competition, and just hitting that last move on the floor is just such a good feeling after you've pushed so hard and worked so hard for the past since May.
Rachel?
I'm with Avery. I'm really excited to be back at nationals and have it be kind of how it usually is. And I'm really excited to be on the floor with all of my best friends and dancing and showing what we've been working on for so long. It's definitely it's definitely worth all of the long practices and weekend practices and crazy hours just so that we could go and do this super fun thing with all of my favorite people.
It's all about peaking at the right moment, isn't it? I know. How do you all as leaders, what is something you all do to instill in the younger girls to remind them that this hard work is going to pay off? You may not feel it right now, but it's worth it. What do you all do to kind of keep the team unified?
I feel like just leading by example, not necessarily speaking words, just showing what it looks like to have a close team connection with no drama and just being together and obviously winning, we can take state and use that and just show that our hard work does pay off.
Absolutely.
I think pushing through for yourself and just showing how that can help everyone, and even if you feel like you're tired or exhausted or out of breath, saying we got this and showing them that even if we're having a hard time that we can still get through this because at the end it will all be worth it.
I think like showing them how important it is to like work hard and just like showing them like in practice, just don't give up, and making sure that you're like being welcoming to like other girls, that they know like this is how it is, like we just all have a great bond, we all love each other, and we like all want to be together and work together.
I think what's interesting is that you learned these routines back in June. And here it is, almost March. I mean, we're still in the midst of February, but it's amazing to me how those routines have transformed over the last few months, and it never ends. Meg, you told me you recently reset all the formations again, and that's just something you have to roll with in dance and pom world, isn't it?
It is. These girls have done a great job. We made some adjustments and had some unforeseen circumstances that popped up, as it usually does. And they have done a great job. They've adapted and they've overcome the adversity and really pushed through, which I think shows their dedication, which filters down to those younger teams and their hard work, that they're willing to go that extra mile and do all of the extra effort to make sure that we're putting perfect, flawless routines out on that floor.
Meg, talk a little bit about your guys' season and kind of how the formation of a team happens every year in the summer, or tryouts are usually in the spring, right?
Yeah.
Then how you get to this point.
We are a year-round sport. They really don't get much time off. They're either preparing to try out to be on the team, or preparing for competition, or doing their games and stuff. We start every year in April. Usually, we started late last year because of COVID, but they spend a good 2 months, working for the tryout process. Unfortunately, if you're on varsity, you get like a month. It's a little bit shorter turnaround, but they spend a lot of hard work in the studio and at acro classes trying to prepare to build their skills to make the next team. And then they spend summer doing camps and choreography. We'll have a choreography day that'll last 8 hours, where they get very few breaks, and we maybe break for a meal, but they are working super hard through these intense camps and choreography sessions. And we practice all the way through June, getting those routines set, learning different half times, preparing, because not only do we compete, but we perform at community events, fundraisers, we perform at basketball and football games and all of that. So we have a lot of material that we are working on. And while we're doing that, we're working on our technique, trying to grow our skill level so that we can add difficulty to those routines. So these girls spend months and months and months working and preparing and taking every little piece, every count of every dance, making sure that all 21 members look identical. And so it just takes time and a lot of effort on their part, and they do a fantastic job. They've had great success this season. We've placed, our Palmer team has placed second at multiple competitions, including state, as well as our kick routine. We were state runner-up in both divisions, which I think is a testament to how amazing these girls did. Kick in our state is very, very hard to compete in. So to get second place was amazing. Last year, they were state champions. We competed in large varsity pom this year and placed second. Also a very tough category with amazing teams. So we're really excited to go to nationals, and a lot of our Oklahoma teams are coming, but also a lot of really amazing teams from around the nation where they can really showcase their skills that they've worked on this year.
You guys are all seniors, correct?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior? Okay. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but Rachel and Allie, you guys have had sisters in the Tigettes program, right?
Yes.
So what does it mean to you as seniors to be able to not only be, a state champion like that and kind of, have bragging rights on your sisters? Tough question. They're too nice to put their sisters down.
Did your sisters inspire you all to be a Tigette?
Yes. I used to do soccer, and I took a break, and my sister joined the dance team here, and I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. I want to try that out. And so I kind of started working with her. I started working with a dance coach that I just knew, and I definitely think doing that has really change like how my high school career would have gone if I like had gone a different route. And I really appreciate that I like had her as an example to follow. And yes, it's super fun to be like, yeah, I won state, you know, like.
See, I knew I had to be there a little bit.
Because I didn't know, I just didn't really think that that was like a possibility, like for real. And when we like got the state title, like when they said like our names, it was crazy. It just was amazing to me that I like we were able to accomplish that.
I've always been a dancer growing up, and then when my sister started Tigettes, I saw all like of the bonds that she formed and the sisterhood that Tigettes has, and I also I was always a dancer, so I was always in the studio, but I never got to experience all the school spirit, all the football games and pep rally. So I was really interested in Tigettes because I wanted to do all that and be part of my school.
Avery, why don't you talk about piggyback off that a little bit in terms of one of the unique things about being in a sport such as dance or cheer is you guys have your own competitions and compete and are your own sport, but you're also a part of a support group for other sports. What is that dynamic like? Obviously, you guys enjoy Friday nights and pep rallies. Talk a little bit about obviously it's extra preparation too, and Coach Warren, you can jump in as well, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I think that it's crazy. Like we always say, like fall is crazy time. Like as soon as August starts, like like get your brain in gear. We're gonna be going crazy like 24/7. So it's really hectic, really in the fall, especially because we have football games on Fridays when we need half times, and sometimes we do like program wide performances where we need extra practices. But then our first competition's around like the middle of November, which is kind of when football season's wrapping up. So it's like it works out well, but that October month is crazy because everything overlaps and we're trying to prepare. And Coach Warren and Coach Jenny always are like, make sure you know your dances because you never know when we're going to have a performance and they're going to be like, hey, remember this routine from 2 months ago? Yeah, we're going to use that tomorrow at our performance. Like you just never really know what you're going to need. So you always have to be prepared and ready to go for whatever gets thrown at you. But it's really exciting and super fun to be a part of it.
Coach Warren, how do you balance that? Because you guys have, like I said, the overlapping competition support plus mini clinics and the younger groups.
We do. Their fall is jam-packed with so many performances and community events, fundraisers, trying to get to nationals. I think it's great, though, because one of the best things about being in sports is that you learn those leadership abilities, being accountable, all of that. And so because our fall months are so crazy, these girls, they're learning perseverance, mental toughness. They are learning to be prepared, being responsible. And all the whilst they're doing that, they're having to be, positive attitudes and being accountable with their grades and things like that. So I think it's a great learning opportunity for kids when they're a part of varsity. Because it really does build so many life skills throughout that crazy fall time because they are so busy and they do have to be responsible because it's not just them counting on themselves to get out there and perform and know these routines. They're also counting on the other 20 members on their team. So it is crazy, and we call it our crazy fall. It's a whirlwind and things change and we got to roll with the punches. And so especially like our facility this year, we've been kind of all over the place. And so one thing these girls, they can adapt. They are flexible, they are responsible and accountable, and they are insanely positive and they work hard. And I think those are all amazing things that they're able to showcase by being in the Varsity Tigettes with that crazy schedule. It really provides a lot of
prepares them for the next level.
Yeah, just great life skills.
Absolutely. And the girls, I've had an opportunity to go out to their practices a few times and just to help them clean and or just watch the routines. And the positivity is pretty incredible. The girls are so respectful every time I go out there. And it's more so, it's just the dynamics of the team. They want to work hard. And you can tell from the minute you walk in, they're already stretching and ready to go. And, at nationals, I think everybody thinks, oh, it's Disney. And, that's amazing. And that's a great aspect of going to nationals. That's one of the best parts. But, the hard work doesn't stop. You arrive and then you immediately get to work and you get focused because there's so many amazing teams there. It's all the incredible teams of the nation going to one competition. So I think, the Tigette program prepares them as they continue through the year. Then when they get to nationals, it's like, man, we can handle this because we've already look at all the other things we've done. Now we can really hone in on what our focus is in this moment.
It really does. And that crazy schedule in the fall helps them. When we get to nationals, I mean, they are up at 6 a.m. and we aren't going to bed until 11 o'clock at night. And they have to be able to make quick adjustments to routines, changing formations. The judges will give us feedback, and we have to be able to adapt and accommodate what those judges are looking for to get us to that next round. We're hoping to go straight to finals, but if we don't, we have to be able to adapt and get out there to compete, to fight for that spot in finals. And I think being able to make these last minute changes, it helps prepare the kids for that. Even when we get to finals, we still have to adjust our routines. We have stayed up until the wee hours of the morning making changes, and up. Last year we even changed costume pieces and things, trying to adhere to what the judges were looking for to give us the best chance possible. And the girls did a phenomenal job. We were able to increase our rankings coming out of prelims into finals in both of our routines, which, you can't ask for anything better than that, to just continue to climb the ladder. So I think that these girls they're definitely prepared for that crazy, hectic schedule. We all look forward to Disney and Universal after we do 5 days of crazy competitions and competing, and then we finally get that fun day where we just get to celebrate. The season is over. We have accomplished everything we want, and just enjoy that time together.
Coach Warren, tell us a little bit about, so if somebody's listening at home and they maybe have a daughter that's in elementary school or whatever, tell us a little bit about how does a student in Broken Arrow get involved in Tigettes from an early age?
I would love to tell you about that. So we have a wonderful youth program as well as our high school program. Youth program is run through the BAFA organization, Broken Arrow Youth Football. We start as early as first grade and go all the way up through seventh grade. We are continuously, I'm the director of that program as well, and continuously are trying to grow and build, get more kids involved. We start small with our younger grades, and you get to cheer at the football games. We teach you half times. We invite you to our mini clinics to dance with Varsity. My amazing Varsity girls are the coaches, so you're getting to work with some older girls that can be mentors, that the girls can look up to and see what it's like. If it's something that they would be interested in as they grow. And then as we move into our 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade programs, we start introducing them to technique class and acro, and we incorporate competitions. And my lovely Varsity girls run those teams as well, and they do a lot of the choreography. They play games with them and teach them all about dance so that they can see what it's like to be a Tigette when you move into that junior high 8th grade JV Varsity program.
So 8th grade is when they can officially start as a sanctioned school thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't forget about your kid clinic on Tuesday, right?
Oh, yes. And we have a mini clinic coming up on Tuesday. We are so excited.
Is it too late to sign up, or can parents sign up?
We have a couple of spots left for registration since it was rescheduled from our snow day. But yes, you can email batigettes@gmail.com and I can get you registered if you would like to attend. It's a cowgirl theme. It's super cute, and we are excited to perform it at the girls' varsity basketball game.
Just wanted to say good luck to you all at Nationals. I know you guys are going to represent Broken Arrow in positive light. You guys are such hard workers, and I know you're going to go out with a bang, and that everything is going to culminate into one final dance. And, something that I'm also very proud of with our Tigettes is that they're competing in 3 divisions, and that's extremely difficult. I remember as a coach, just having one routine was hard as it is, and people, forget that you have basically 2 minutes to perform a perfect routine. You don't get to go back out there and get a second chance, so it's one shot. And just want you guys to know that we are so excited for you all, and we'll be thinking about you all here at Broken Arrow while you all are in Florida. And I know there's an option to watch Nationals now, isn't there? Live streaming option?
Yes. You can visit the DTU website, that's Dance Team Union, and they do offer live streaming capabilities. So you can see us performing. We will make sure to keep our Facebook pages updated with our performance times so that everyone can see us. We will be performing on Eastern time.
You guys are pretty active on social media, so tell us what your Facebook, Instagram accounts, how do people follow those?
You can follow us on Instagram. It's at BA Tigettes _. And our Facebook is just Broken Arrow Tigettes. And we will be sure to post lots of videos as well. We try to do a live stream of our own. Sometimes my head gets in the way or I'm bouncing around and the video is a little shaky. But we have a lot of parents going, so we hope they'll have some great videos that we can post and share as well.
Before we let you go, we usually do kind of a fun segment. I usually prepare some questions, but today I didn't, so I'm just going to kind of wing it. And Amanda, feel free to jump in there. But we like to let our listeners get to know our coaches a little bit better. We've done this with everybody, so I think what we're going to do this time is I'm going to ask a question about you. They're going to guess it, and you're going to see who was closest.
All right.
So we'll start out with an easy one, and if you think of one, jump in here. Who is Coach Warren's favorite football team?
I want to say the Green Bay Packers.
She's shaking her head yes, right? So Rachel got it right
Love
away.
the Packers.
What is Coach Warren's favorite music genre?
Dance music.
Country,
love it.
definitely country.
And let's see, what year did Coach Warren graduate high school? This is always a fun one.
Oh,
1927.
Oh, man, we are so old.
oh no. Oh man.
Real answers only.
I think my parents graduated. Gosh, I don't know.
Don't you love these?
Like 19.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, nope.
No,
You're wrong
kids.
already.
No, stick in the
2003 in that 2000s.
2000?
2004.
2004.
High school in 2004?
High school, 2004.
What is something Coach Warren says consistently on a daily basis at practice?
They're too scared to answer.
Point your toes.
Point your toes.
Pretty feet.
Pretty feet.
Walk on your toes.
A lot of things about toes. What is Coach Warren's favorite movie? She's not even sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun with Sarah Jessica Parker. It's a dance movie.
80s. Love it.
80s dance movie.
Nice.
I just watched it, so it was the first one that popped in my head.
All right. Well, we'll let you off the hot seat for now. We got to know a little bit about you there. So before we let everybody go and wrap things up, Amanda, why don't you tell us? We also have Cheer. This podcast will come out on Wednesday, and Cheer, I believe, left for nationals today, right? Or
They are leaving tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Their show off is actually tonight at 6:00 p.m. in the
That's
field
right,
house.
yeah.
So we hope to have a great crowd for that. It's $5 to get in, but everything is going back to that program. And so we're just so excited for them to go to nationals, UCA, and they're competing Friday around 3 p.m. in the performance division, the medium co-ed performance division. And then they compete again Saturday around 9:56 a.m. In the medium varsity game day. So they have two very difficult categories at UCA Nationals, and they are defending national champions. So they have, a little bit of pressure on them, but I know that team is going to do well. They thrive in those type of settings, and they've been working extremely hard. So we're going to be rooting for them here in Broken Arrow as they head to nationals.
Awesome. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's episode of Uncaged. We'd like to thank Coach Meag Warren and the Varsity Tigettes captains and wish them good luck. I know you guys are going to do great. We will see you next time. Thanks for listening.